A lot.
Contract for excellence, right, the CFE contract, it was a lawsuit brought about by, Class Size Matters, Leone, Painson, and, a whole bunch of people. Anyway, it was won, the lawsuit was won, I believe there was 500 million something that was supposed to go towards class size reduction, going back to the DOE.
Okay.
Would that be something you guys could audit, because Bloomberg, they started using the money differently than what it was supposed to be?
So we won
Allocated.
money back and it got allocated, and you want us to audit the money that got
Well,
allocated?
I'm wondering how it's being used,
Right.
and why it's not being used for class size matters.
Right. Well, we are doing
If that
another,
could be under audit or something,
between NYCHA and DOE, like, we audit crazy all of them, right? So we pick particular topics and we try to work our way through it. There could be something down the pipeline for this particular one. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but
I'll send you, give me.
okay,
the
use your
email,
card.
I'll send you.
But the one thing I want you to understand, we can't tell them how to spend their money. We can only highlight what they've been doing
Well,
with their
this
money.
was a lawsuit, money was specifically supposed to go towards class size reduction.
Right. And as we can see, one of our reports,
They have
class
done.
size has gone up a lot.
Right.
But, okay, I'll check that one
Diana,
out.
last question.
Okay. I have two questions.
Hey,
Well,
A
double
two-parter,
question.
A and B, go ahead.
Two-parter about the NYPD. One is, there's currently been a slowdown and they're issuing far fewer summonses, which means they're not collecting money. And I was wondering if that was something that you were keeping an eye on, or if it's just so brief period to do that. And then also, in terms of the claims, there's a theory that the problems that the NYPD and the police departments all over are having with the communities, that often is really just a handful of cops who are very violent and aggressive and
Right. Well,
disruptive. And does that show up in claims, and do you think that's like something to really focus on?
so, like I said, we have a thing called claim stat that will definitely try to trigger and see where these areas are happening. Everybody has a bunch of bad apples everywhere, so of course, that's kind of how it is in any particular area, organization, group. But what was the first part? What was the first question?
Oh, the slowdown.
The slowdown, I don't know yet. So they said crime has gone down recently and
No,
things
they
like
also
that,
said that they're not issuing summonses, there's a big slowdown, they're
Right.
not ticketing people, they're not.
I wouldn't know that one yet. I guess, by the next year, everything's in yearly or quarterly and stuff like that. I'm not sure. I've heard that as well, but I only heard it on Twitter, so I can't repeat it like it's true. So, I don't know. I haven't got tickets, so I'm happy.
Thank you so much, Jason. Let's do a
All right.
great again. We will give you time and please come back.
I'm definitely going to bring the controller here whenever I get an opportunity.
Yeah. A warm day.
He's not coming here.
Thank you, Jason, and please thank the controller for us.
Yes.
Our next speaker is our very own treasurer, who will be giving a quick presentation on composting.
Very quick.
Donald.
Well, first of all, as treasurer, I should simply give you a short and brief, sad report on the state of our finances. We have approximately this much in the bank, but that's to be expected. Now, composting, among other things that I do, is that Kenny's phone?
Yeah.
Oh. I am a master composter trained at the Botanical Garden just over there. And you may have heard from Iggy, our last meeting, the city is going to turn into doing composting of organics. And so one of the things we do is if you want to compost your own organic waste, I can give a presentation about that. There are two basic ways. One is a bin outside of your building, about the size of a garbage can like the ones here. Or you can do it in what we call a worm bin, which is approximately the size of a large shoebox. And you can put it underneath your sink. So if you're interested in that, I will bring the worm bins in next time and have a brief presentation of that. It does not smell, and they don't escape. They don't eat cockroaches either. So we also want, at the end of the meeting, for you to come up and give us any suggestions you have about other topics. Yes, there are neighborhood gardens, some places. There are not too many of them right near here. Well, the city plan apparently is going to be to have, along with your standard garbage can and paper waste and the plastic and metal waste, is to have one more can for your food scraps. Now, they'll take it away, but you will not be able to get the compost that is created by that. Oh, they're going to give it to a company that will turn it all up, you know, like Soylent Green. And
No people.
no people. Well, you know, actually, there is a nutritious drink called Soylent. Those people have to be totally crazy in their name. But it's a
Crazy like a fox.
it's a liquid supplement. But anyway, the city will sell it to farmers, to nurseries, and so on. But they are working out slowly how to implement this all over the city. If you go into some parts of Manhattan, probably Brooklyn, you can see these bins outside an apartment building there. But as far as I know, they haven't done it in any of the large areas of the Bronx. I think in Throgsneck, they do have some of the bins there.
Wouldn't it be great to have the town charge this?
Well, the Botanical Gardens' mission, I mean, I don't mean to sound like a flag for them, but the Botanical Gardens' mission is to have this wonderful collection of plants kept up. And I strongly suggest on, I think it's Tuesdays, the admission is free. If you don't have
Wednesday.
Wednesday,
10 to
sorry.
12. Saturday morning.
What?
So Wednesday all day?
Yeah, all day, all day.
And then Saturdays instead of 12.
No, Saturday it's 9 to 10, they changed it.
Oh, they changed it. The Waring Avenue.
Anyway, go to the Botanical Garden, enjoy all the plants that are outside, all the plants are in the conservatory.
Train show's still going on now.
What? I think for another few days.
You gotta pay extra, you gotta pay to go into
Well,
buildings and
It's
things.
a great place to take a walk.
It's a great place to take a walk, and go ahead, Diane. What?
I don't know why the Botanical Gardens doesn't let us take our compost there. 'Cause I take my
Because they
compost
have-
to the farmer's garden.
I mean, I'll tell you the reason.
But it's really far
They
away.
have, you know the answer?
Well,
What?
I work in Central Park.
Yeah.
And the reason that most, most parks will not accept anything from the outside because of contaminants.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You know, I like right now, we don't give away any wood. Nor do we accept anyone who has like a tree at home, because again, it may have the beetle in it or something.
Or maybe full of glitter, you know, tinsel.
Oh, yeah, contaminants.
Yeah.
The garden offers free composting classes. and free
Yes, it
bins.
does. For you to compost in the community garden, if you want information about how to start a community garden, how to do gardening at your building, those kinds of things, yes. But the reason they don't accept it because they really want to know what's in their compost. And so there's a very large area of the garden which isn't open to the public. It's near the Waring Gate, where big machines chew it all up and put it in. Yes,
Didn't you guys have someone come a few months ago doing a community garden nearby? How'd that go? Did that go through? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
yes, Einstein, but that's actually quite a ways away.
Right, and they had, it was an Indian village, and they had it right up there. No.
There's a woman, a
Yeah.
young woman who wanted to do one right in the neighborhood somewhere.
Yeah,
Well,
I think
it's-
that went
Oh,
through.
yeah, that was a young girl like about a year ago.
Maybe that's what I'm confusing it.
Is they're going to limit the amount of things you can throw away. And so the electronics, for instance, which take up a lot of space and basically are not easily recyclable in the same way a tomato is, they're not going to accept it. Now, there are people who do. The Lower East Side Recycling Center does, and they do have stops around here, but that sanitation department, I think, hopes that when you can't throw out your TV, you will start to look for places, and then people will say, oh, I can collect this stuff and make some money recycling it. But if any of you have ever been down to, Mott Haven, and you see that train yard next to the river, it's got hopper cars in it. You know what's in the hopper cars? Garbage. And they're diesel engines which take oil, which costs money, less now than it did 6 months ago, but it costs money. And they haul it hundreds of miles to places in Pennsylvania, Ohio, South Carolina, and so on.
No.
I don't think so, but it's...
By the land, you know, the landlord's terms of by what the super tells him how much garbage he's
No,
getting.
but I mean, is there a,
Well, right
They
now,
have to offer
right now,
it,
like,
but-
I live in a house, and on Wednesdays, I have to recycle. I have to put out all my garbage in clear or blue recyclable bags on Wednesdays. On Sundays and Wednesdays, regular garbage. And now the electronics have to be separate on a certain day, which I'm not sure which day. And then, well, no, we got that, But I'm saying that in buildings, they're asking everybody to bring everything to the basement where the super ends up having to separate all the garbage. So I don't, I know one of my, 2418, Olinville Sussman just sold the building. So now I think they're gonna working it out so they can have everybody recycle, but bringing it down in separate.
Places to bring.
It was on the news that Best Buy is taking apart the computers and the stuff that they can use again. Best Buy is making an industry out of it.
Wow.
So it,
Oh, there are
They pay by the ton.
yeah, and they're taking out the mercury.
Right.
Problem is getting it
6
there.
months from now, that's the venue to bring it to Best Buy or to the Staples.
or to any seller.
And I think certain apartment buildings, according to whether the landlord wants to, they will have bins where you can bring it. I know my landlord won't, it'll be Staples or Best Buy.
Sometimes you can't carry all those type of stuff when they
That's where neighbors have to work together.
All right,
But
thanks.
sanitation is-
Are people interested in a worm bin demonstration?
No.
They won't attack you.
Actual bin with actual worms?
Actual
Yes.
worms.
Yes,
Then
the
what will you
worms
do
are
with the
great.
worms afterwards?
Yeah.
What?
What do you do to the worms afterwards? 'Cause I feel
They
bad.
live.
Yeah.
They just
The
live in
worms
the bin.
eat your food scraps and they turn it into compost for
Yeah.
your house plants.
And I used to do composting a different way. You just cover it with leaves in the
But
backyard.
that's a different,
I know.
not everybody has access to a backyard.
This is the organics.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you
Leave the
very
worms
much.
alone.
Sandy, speaking about Discovery for Justice. Just to let you know, Senator Ruth Hassel Thompson, Assemblyman Lenthal, and Assemblyman Rivera and we just spoke to Assemblyman Jonah, who's very interested in our repealing of the Discovery laws. They're sponsoring a bill to repeal Criminal Procedure Law 240
Yes.
in favor of a discovery bill that grants early, open, and automatic discovery, as in 14 other states. New Jersey being right next to us, they've had it for 30 years. And, we're a signatory as an organization supporting this because it's a very important law.
Yes.
So just to give us an update, are Norma Lopez. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna make it brief. I just want to get more work. I just been signed up as the secretary for Discovery for Justice. And so we have been getting a lot of support. We have from the councilmen and assemblymen and so forth, and I'm not going to give everything at this moment, but you can see them.
Sunday, January 11th, Jimmy Bach is hosting at the Bronx Arts Assembly Children's Musical, The House That Ruthie Built, at the International Caterers on 3243 Ampere Avenue in the Bronx. It's going to be a 1 o'clock and a 2:30 showing, and the admission is $6. So if anybody wants the number, which is 718-601-7399, they can call them for tickets. That's this Sunday, and Jimmy Bach is going to be there. I guess he's sponsoring. That's
Contacted the community board and this organization regarding rocks in the park on Pelham Parkway North, from Boston Road to Bronx Park East. Somebody has been, in their own attempt, trying, I guess, to beautify the park, but it has destroyed the park. It has created seating for unwanted people. It's creating tripping hazards. It's very dangerous in that 1 little inch of snow. It's taking away green space. I personally have a disabled neighbor who used to walk their dog there. He cannot because he can't see the rocks. He's blind. It's a service dog. Department of Parks, they've confirmed that that property is theirs. There was a problem with it. They are committed. I took a walk with them. She's committed to work on removing the rocks, which is a phenomenal job. This is a backhoe. This is dump trucks. It's been going on for months. So it looks like it might be resolved.
Very cold outside too. And thank you so much.